see. Sue, that's what's up. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, what's up?
Okay.
What's up?
All right. So what's happening like Friday night,
Oh
people?
yes,
All right.
it's Friday
You
Night
know
Live,
what's
and you know
going
the
on.
phone's already going, right? You know, as
Yes, it
soon
is.
as we
Already
got on,
making a phone
mm,
calls and making it happen.
yeah, we're gonna pull it down. We're gonna
Hey,
pull it
hey,
down.
hey. I love it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Collective Enlightenment on P2G Networks TV on YouTube. That's what we talking about, boo-boo.
That is
All
the two
right.
of you.
Uh-oh, you
That
in
is
and
the
out,
two
brother.
for
What's
you.
happening?
Welcome everybody. Glad to have you.
Hey, hey. So
So
we are the
glad to have you
Thomases, and this
tonight.
is P2G. Tonight we have to let my brother Hush go on a little bit of a low. He hanging out with his folks, getting ready for a magic day for a friend of his, somebody special. So we want to make sure we wish them much love and a
Yes,
great
yes, yes.
wedding. This brother is helping to walk one of his bros down the aisle for life. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. I love it. When these brothers get together and support each other in matrimony with their wives and new wives, you know what I'm talking about? They added to the couples club. You know what I'm saying? Long term longevity.
That
So shout out to
that
Hutch
we only
D,
you
who's
only
out there
get
making family happen.
you only get
Yes.
that excited when you have years of experience.
It's not a
And I think
funeral,
it's
I
funny
guarantee.
once you get past the I don't know what everybody else calls it, but I know a lot of my male friends, we call it the seventh inning stretch. That's where it gets interesting.
And what is that?
That just means all the dumb stuff that, and I'll be very honest, it's the dumb stuff that men think about.
Really?
I wonder if, what about this? And you know what? I know I'm speaking to the men, but I don't think women are immune from that conversation. I really don't.
Sometimes some of us
I don't
be
think women
running.
are immune.
Some of us be running. You know how it goes. Some of us ladies don't want to get caught
Yeah.
out there. It's not time to be caught. You know, you have your moments where you're like, I'm not ready to go. So I'm not gonna do it.
I don't know. I don't have those moments.
Well, you're
I'm
not
not a woman.
supposed
I'm only
to.
speaking from the male point of view.
You're not supposed to.
I'm just speaking from the male point of view.
You just get caught. You hear? All right, look.
Look,
So look, straight
first of
up,
all,
we
I
got a
already know
little bit
I'm
of
not getting
conversation
caught. I'm
that's
just gonna
coming.
tell.
You definitely gonna tell, brother. Look, straight up, I just want everybody to
I'm
know
just
if
gonna
you
tell.
out there watching from in the YouTube land or if you from in YouTube, if you on Facebook, anywhere you watching this from, we thank you so much for being a part of the show. We hope that you guys will join us in this conversation. We can see you in that chat. So if you got questions to what you're gonna hear tonight, by all means interact because baby, we're gonna be talking about life. We're gonna be talking about crypto. We're gonna be talking about really what this thing is. So coming up from being down, a whole year and then some. Actually, this goes way beyond a year. We letting y'all know
Yes, it does.
the come up has begun, and if you miss it, it's on you. P2G is in the house. We making the things happen. We making things
Yeah,
special for folks if we can, but we're not doing it for you. That's the one thing. No promises that anybody will make your life anything you want. Let's get it popping. Mr.
definitely got to
Thomas,
be in
what's
the game.
happening? Go, banker.
Oh well, let's start. Let's start with the fun stuff, and I think this is fun
Sorry,
because
1 second. We got a disclaimer. First of all, we are not financial analysts. We don't do taxes, nothing in that area. And I am not a personal psychiatrist. So don't call me on the phone with your sob story unless you're ready to work it out. Letting you know right now.
no,
Because a sister about resolution. Now, that said, I just want to make sure everybody understands if you're really on this website right now and you're watching this, like, subscribe, hit the notification because we
absolutely,
be on a regular.
absolutely.
We be bringing the content for
Like
a
and
regular to
subscribe,
the
like and
people.
subscribe.
That's right. Hit
We
that
we
like
need you
button.
guys. We need you guys.
It's your
Actually, we
conversation.
don't want need you guys. We want you guys to come
I
enjoy the
told you.
conversation
This
and
their
bring to the
conversation.
conversation, whatever.
That's right, baby. This their conversation. I'll let you know
Yep,
right
it
now.
is.
That's just making that.
But we're gonna talk, we're gonna keep it a little light tonight because I want to start with some light humor.
Really?
Yes,
What? Oh no. He says light
you
humor. It does not mean that.
I'm going to say
That's
this to everyone.
that's like Hermione. That's like Hermione Granger's light reading. All my
Now
Harry Potter people.
the conversation has been tossed around news outlets and social media, and we're talking about this new variant that's on the market, and I literally call it on the market. They're saying that they might need to have a booster. Now, you're going to have a booster for a vaccine. Okay, I'm cool with that. Now, I might be a little old fashioned, but I know I took a vaccine for mumps,
Yep.
measles, and rubella. And I think there was a vaccine that created for smallpox too. I don't ever remember them talking about walking around handing out boosters for any of those four things that I just mentioned.
Actually, Dave,
I don't remember.
there are.
Yeah, but
You have to get them after a certain amount of years. It's a 7-year booster for those.
certain amount. Okay, I don't remember them. I've never had one.
That's
But
because
then
you
I've
ain't
never
want to
had.
remember that pain, that point of pain.
Look,
It was so traumatic.
and the reason I bring this up is because they want
Everybody,
everyone.
how y'all doing?
They got
Okay.
they got these new viruses, vaccines, quote unquote, for COVID-19. Sorry, you have one half of the population in the medical community saying all you need to do is increase your immunity, and then you have another half of the community saying, oh, you must have this vaccine because it's going to affect you later. Wait a minute. Now, I'm going to say something to a lot of people, and some people might get offended. Everything that they say in this vaccine doesn't always add up. If you're increasing your immunity, how is it that you need another shot to increase your immunity when you can just take something across the board naturally that'll cost you less? They don't need to give you a lotto ticket for it. Let me see. Not even one better. Now they're talking about because you have a certain job, you are now required because you can't maintain your job because of a shot. I'm sorry, I've read the HIPAA law, and there is no mandate that says you can deny me employment. Unless they're changing the laws all of a sudden.
Yeah, every day, honey.
To fit the script.
Every day we have new laws that are changing. Some that are still sitting on the books and they're not even using them.
Yeah. Oh,
and
like that
all those
one.
Lawyers fighting those good fights that aren't paying attention.
I remember the one they wrote a guy a ticket in New York for jaywalking. And it had been God knows how many years. For walking across the street, they wrote him a ticket. He said the officer wrote him a ticket because he crossed in the middle of the street.
Yep.
People in New York cross across the middle of the street. I don't see cops running up to write ticket for that.
He was on quota that day.
It is.
He was for sure a quota that day.
He was on quota. But let me tell you, it was it's a real law. It's on the books. It's not even it's a violation. It's not even a crime.
It's not.
But now I will tell you this: when they write it on that piece of paper, you have been officially charged. That little yellow ticket or little white ticket, now they print them out via computer.
Okay, so
that is a form of arrest.
So
whether you know it or not.
When did we get into a conversation about jaywalking?
I don't know. It was just one of those things. It just happened to come up.
Yeah, that's just one of his soapboxes. Here he go about the law.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
To my words. The world of the brain. They said the world inside Alvin Thomas's Gold Baker's head.
Yeah, it's a lot
up in there sometimes.
Laws just come across. Laws just happen to jump in every now and then.
Well, the fact is that we don't want to be judged that way. as people. That is not something that I'm looking forward to people telling me that because I didn't get a certain shot and I didn't get, I'm not clean or I'm not safe or what have you. You know,
Yeah.
and we have to watch out for that. Creating the illusion that, you know, we have freedom, but not actually enacting it, very different. And people, I need you to get that. Once you agree with these little things that take away the rights of others, you are giving away your own rights. It will always
Absolutely.
stand that way. You know, this morning we did, so we do a program called Breakfast with the Thomases. This is Collective Enlightenment, though. Do get that, that's just a different program.
That's
But
the
we do
pre-show.
touch on a lot of subject matter that we cover at this time of day, and we do our research for what's going on in the lives of everyone, what's coming down the road for everyone in cryptocurrency, finance, what's really happening on the news. Most people aren't promoted to, and the conversations. The reason we started Breakfast with the Thomas is because there's a lot of conversations that are not being had at the breakfast table or the dinner table in families. And folks are walking around with ideas in their head that have been given by chance conversations, eavesdropping, job talk, or classroom talk. And so just like our parents did back in the day when they, you know, pulled us aside and tried to get us straight about some things. So we weren't listening to our friends and getting the, you know, the popular answers to certain things. Getting us the facts about things has become the responsibility have me and Mr. Thomas have taken on to sharing things that really matter, if it matters to you. So we ask that you don't join us for Breakfast with the Thomases,
Yeah.
but even more so, you need to join us for Collective Enlightenment, because this is your show. This is the show that's for the people, by the people, about the people, to fix the problems
Absolutely.
that the people are facing. We're not here that we're asking any government, any businesses. We're not begging. We don't want people begging. As a matter of fact, we're here to turn you into your own bank. We created P2G for the purpose of everyone collectively coming together, giving their energy so that all can benefit, not selfishly, but selflessly with a selfish cause. You get where I'm coming from? And I hope you do. Because a lot of people give, but there's how should I say, there's requirements put on their giving. I'll do for you as long as you do for me. That's not giving. That's called trade. It just is. And like I tell everybody, energy is exchanged freely. There are no stresses
Yeah.
on energy. There are no limitations on it. And the minute you put a limitation on the energy that you give, you start to see a tightening on the energy that you get. Sorry, y'all, that's just how it works. That's universal. I didn't make it up.
It shuts you down automatically because you've instantly put a block on yourself.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
put
they
parameters
show
on
me
so
like,
others will too. What happens is what we create out there, what we show people in here gets duplicated out there. Now, I just want to share with how this comes back. Let me explain. Cryptocurrency and the blockchain have solidified that process. I love it. The reason I say, look at the face. You see that? He's like, oh, because there's only a give and take in it. You can't take and take and take and take it. There's only a give and take, and where you give, you will receive. Maybe not exactly when you expect it, because that's the thing. In some cases, you will. You can predictably do that. There's some cases like this amazing program we're running, Tron case. It's a contract and it's a program. So when you read it, it has to do what it says.
absolutely.
So you know when and where. But how does that work with people, y'all?
It doesn't. It does not apply that way.
It doesn't. So people don't just do what you say. They don't just give you what you want because they know to give it to you.
It's not required. That's the difference. In a contract like Tron case, it is programmed to be, if you do this, I will do that. That
Right.
is
The program does that on
that's an
its own.
immutable contract. You can't alter that.
Exactly.
Human beings
Oh,
are human beings.
are you trying to say I can
You
be
can
altered?
agree. You can agree to a verbal contract.
Right.
That doesn't mean they're going to uphold their end of the contract.
Not at all.
People have people honestly in general, how to put it simply, people in general are selfish, self-serving, and egotistical. But that's just human being, and it doesn't make it wrong. It just makes it what it is. Now, how you handle that when you know what you're dealing with, what you're
Mhm.
dealing with, and who you're dealing with,
Yep.
that decides how you work out your agreements.
All right.
And everything essentially is an agreement, whether you know it or not. Everything and anything is an agreement. See, my brain's about to say, okay, let's talk about the UCC contract. No, we're not doing that.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Don't
Talk
even
to
go
me.
there. Nah, we're
Okay.
not doing that.
So tell us about the
I want
story
people
that
to
you,
get the laming.
I got it. So tell us about the story that you read about earlier today. You were bringing this to my attention, which was quite exciting
Yeah.
because we've had conversations. This is not anything new. I shared with people. If you look at Collective Enlightenment's videos from about over the last year, you'll get to see some of the subject matters that we talked about, the research that we've done, the news stories. We pretty much left a roll of breadcrumbs to the place where we are in the world today. We've been sharing and helping people long before the pandemic prepare for this time. And that becomes a, a need for us to really fulfill. So if you could share with us, Mr. Thomas, what exactly is was the article? Do you have that article?
Yes, I do. I have that. First of all, I want to give big props to my brother Fred Anderson. He dropped this in my lap. He dropped this on the platform lap this morning,
Brother
and I
Fred.
thought it was the best. I thought it was the best thing I had ever seen. Now, mind you, the article when in the drop doesn't tell you much,
Mhm.
but the video that goes with it that delves a little bit deeper into it, and you really want to take some attention at that. But the video was from the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and the G20.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
IMF, International Money Fund. Uh, the World Bank is the World Bank. That's the one that is the one
Hmm.
over all the Federal Reserves around the world. And the G20. Now, if you don't know what the G20 is, the G20 is the 20 most who has the most influence on the economy, and it's
Hmm.
about 85%. And
Okay.
truth be told, it isn't actually 20. It's 19 plus the Europe United, which is the whole European continent.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's 19 plus one. And they have a conference every year, and they invite people over, smaller countries like Malaysia, um, Taiwan, and little small countries like that. Plus
Okay.
um, the UN to sit down on what's going to happen over the next couple of years, see what's going to happen with the money and how they're going to decide how money works. Now, this year they were talking about a unified tax worldwide. And they just had a conversation the other day with the G7,
Excuse
which
you?
happened. Yes, the G7 are the seven most wealthiest countries that sit together and decide how
Oh, really?
money is going to be spent and used. And they had that conversation a little bit before. But there is quote unquote a temporal agreement or a temporary agreement they're considering, but it's not. It hasn't been decided, but it's all in conversation.
Uh-huh. What is it? Alvin, stop. You're taking too long to get
No, I'm just saying it's in conversation for
there.
having a unified tax. But one of the things that you want to
Ta-da!
realize is to do that, they have to, the central bank and digital cryptocurrency has
Mhm.
to be the stream of exchange they want to do it with.
What?
That's the
Are we
stream
going back to creating?
currency
Oh
digitally.
no. Oh no, 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 no. You're not gonna start selling us digital currency now.
America is
Sorry.
on.
They
America is
don't
fighting
know.
tooth and nail, saying no, we can't do that because we don't have enough information.
Oh,
But
heck no. You
the
gotta be
IMF
kidding me.
the IMF dropped the bomb that the US has been playing with this digital dollar much longer than they stated.
Exactly.
And they've had time. And if you really want to know, I will drop it in the chat. But the Bank of International Settlements have actually created a report that you can actually grab and read through. It's about 37 pages of what the findings are and what the agreement can be and how it would work. Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, I got to get something to drink. Pardon me.
All right. So while he's getting something to drink, we've been sharing with people how if you're not careful, you'll end up in the same position in a free economy.
Yes,
you can't end up a slave in a free economy unless you have a lack of information on how it really works. So worldwide, they're trying to set people back into the same process that we've all got an opportunity to come out of. I don't know if that's ringing the dinner bell or hopefully waking some of y'all up. It should be the alarm in the morning.
Ring the alarm.
This is crazy. You gotta be kidding me.
One second, you can find this article on Yahoo Finance. This was their cover story this morning, written by Brian Chung. Brian Chung.
Brian Chung?
I'm going to drop it in the chat. Yeah, that's his name. I might be pronouncing Chiang or Chung?
Chiang? Well, either way, I just want you guys to realize that we have so many people. So we've got a platform that helps to prevent this from happening to people, from folks going in. How does something like this recommittal to slavery financially happen? First of all, I want to share with everybody Yahoo Finance. Sweetie, that doesn't go out. That actually just came into our chat. So if you're going to share the screen, not the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They're not here.
No, my bad. I forgot for a minute.
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me open this up for so y'all guys can. You have to let me in.
You're in. You can share.
One more time.
You can share.
Can I share screen while others are sharing? Are you sharing something?
I probably am. I was sharing my great music.
Oh.
Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to the Collective Enlightenment on Friday evening. We're actually excited here on P2G Networks TV on YouTube. Like we said, if you're in the room with us, you should like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification because we have this and some amazing events that come on this platform. So right now, Mr. Thomas is setting up a share for some information he has gotten from Yahoo Finance. Mr. Thomas, finish telling them about where you got your details.
So you're right here, we're right here. If you look at the top left-hand corner, this was the cover article for the day. And it was the IMF World Bank advocates for benefits of central bank issued digital currency at the G20. Okay. And there's actually a video to go with it. It's about 8 minutes. You want to run the video for this one?
Me?
I mean, we can. Or you guys can come here and actually grab it yourself.
Al, why don't you just run the video?
Okay, no problem.
We don't have to play the whole
live. Taxes are the focus over in Italy this weekend, where the finance ministers of G20 countries are meeting. Reuters reporting the leaders have now agreed to a deal that sets a floor for global tax rates, and details are expected in a communique to be released tomorrow. For more on the G20 agenda, let's bring in Juliet Freelander. She's Atlantic Council's Boyden Gray Senior Fellow. Juliet, it's good to talk to you today. Let's talk about what this means. Obviously, over at the G7 gathering, we had leaders sort of signing off on a 15% floor for global tax rates. The G20 hasn't necessarily agreed to a number. How significant would an actual agreement be without the specifics in place?
Thank you so much for having me today. And I just want to underscore, first off, just how historic this agreement is, first at the G7 and among OECD members. Again, having initial agreement among 130 countries is a big win for economic diplomacy at a crucial time for global economic recovery from COVID. Now, whether it's the 15% floor, as you mentioned, agreed at the G7, or something relatively in that ballpark, this will help end the race to the bottom on profit diversion away from governments who have engaged in large-scale fiscal spending and in many cases also loosened monetary policy to address the needs of the crisis and to support the economy during this time. So the G20 in Venice will give leaders the opportunity to hopefully, as you say, seal a deal before each goes back to their respective constituencies to seek legislative sign-off and to also unofficially get the blessing from their multinationals.
Mm-hmm.
So let's put this in context, because if we're talking about G20 members, they account for more than 80% of global GDP. So that is a significant chunk. But when you look at those outside of the G20, you've got countries like Ireland, for example, who have a lower rate than the 15%, who are sort of holding out and saying, wait a second, we don't necessarily want to sign on to this. And then you've got the internal politics in the individual countries that need to sort of be hashed out in order for this to move through.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, this is not by no means the end of the road. Now, of course, reaching G20 consensus breathes new life back into an organization that played such a crucial role coming out of the last financial crisis in 2008, 2009. And that put incredible pressure on the global community towards issues of fiscal recovery and transparency, and also understanding how the banking sector needed to be reformed. So yes, you're very accurate in saying that there are outliers, and those players will continue to play their cards as much as they can. But again, start from the G20 and realize that peer pressure plays a very strong role. But we mentioned Ireland and Hungary. There's a lot of politics going on within the European Union as well. That's why Secretary Yellen is also heading to Brussels after meeting with her immediate counterparts in Venice to speak with the European Commission, understand how that the U.S. government can work with the Europeans to fend off an additional digital services tax, which will be very important and has played a very important role in European economic decision making over the past several months, and also plays into the debate of the 750 billion fiscal package that the European Union was able to cobble together last summer. So it's a bit of a six-sided triangle here, where the United States Congress is likely not to greenlight a deal on a 15% or equivalent minimum unless the European governments provide assurances that they will not institute additional levies on top of the corporate minimum that was agreed upon in the anticipation that that would be targeting specifically American digital services firms.
Let's talk about the broader G20 agenda, because this comes at a time when we've got the major advanced economy sort of inching closer to their vaccination goals, the recovery, the ball's already rolling on that front. And then you get news like this week where we've heard a lot about the Delta variants leading to restrictions being reimposed in individual countries, which does raise the question about where we are in the global economic recovery. What kind of deliverables do you think we're likely to get out of this specific meeting in terms of trying to combat that and trying to get at least a more unified recovery going beyond the major economies?
Al, can you
thank you for asking that question.
First of all, before she start lying, okay?
So you saw her face, right?
First of all, before
you want to go back and see her eyes
anymore,
go up in her head?
She ain't really answered none of them questions except you right. That's really what I get. Okay, from everybody, how y'all doing, fam? We got some folks that are out here.
Yes.
Thank you. Look, all I got was, you right, but we're going to work that out as it goes along.
Essentially,
I'm laughing, but this is sad.
Ms. Gray, I'm glad you got up there to speak, but what you did was steamroll everything else that they wanted to talk about, because all these countries outside of the EU who don't even pay 6% in taxes, Amsterdam don't pay taxes at all.
15%?
You're gonna tell them now you're gonna charge it 15%?
Oh, just for being attached to some piece of land that you don't own?
Exactly. Worldwide. Now America's only concern is that they don't want to take on any additional tariffs dealing with Europe.
We have history with that, don't we?
That's not
We
a
know they're
mystery,
good for
y'all.
that.
We're in Europe's pocket. Europe still owns the American continent.
Okay, before we go down that whole bag, hey guys, how y'all doing? Y'all make some noise. Let them know you here. Look, fam, let me share
Let me
something with
stop
you.
this share. Hold on.
Please do. Oh my God.
I'm just sitting there watching the BS.
Look, straight up.
Fred, I want to thank you for sending this because this is real talk.
But wait, hold up. Let me just explain. Advocates for benefits of the central bank issued digital currency at G20. Let me share something with y'all. That sounds good. Like, oh, they on the side of digital currency. They on the side of getting us back again to digital currency, which is free for us.
Can we highlight the word central? That's all they're saying. Please make us the center of everything you do.
Again.
Again.
This ain't,
centralize your currency with us, please.
Send everyone on the planet to us now.
Yes.
Not just one country, not just a continent. All of them, whether they want to or not. We're the G20, and they got to do what we say. We're the G7, and they got to do what we say.
Can we say bully?
Basically, that's what they're doing.
Bully out loud? First of all, I want y'all guys to get something, and I'm gonna right now.
And be careful what B you use.
Huh?
Be careful which B you use.
Okay. I want you guys to understand something about the financial market. First of all, the interest rates are truly just above negative. And I want you to get that. Just above. And when I say just above, I mean 0.25. That's what the Federal Reserve put out this morning.
Right.
Banks are it's causing the bank to hold money. It's causing the bank to loan money. They're telling people, they're back to saying the same thing they said in 208. We're gonna write you a blank check to go get what you want. Exactly. And then after we quote unquote see the light at the end of the tunnel, everything is gonna come due.
Yeah.
Those people who haven't prepared for the onslaught of I want mine now will lose what they acquired because they're writing you a lease on credit that they don't actually have to maintain the credit they want to get for themselves. You're dealing with institutions whose main concern is the bottom line. Okay. Your customer patronage and your customer loyalty doesn't really matter.
No,
it doesn't.
So while we just
number on their books.
Got it. I think you said that in 4 different ways.
I'm sorry.
And that is beautiful. But like I said, we are resolution driven. Everybody knows the problems. We all know that when you stub your foot, it hurts. So what are you gonna do instead of crying woo woo? When are you gonna fix the boo boo? Are you gonna go and stub your toe again? You ready to go hit your toe in the same way at the same place?
Look, it gotta. You can only stub your toe so many times before you say, okay, wait, this ain't working.
This is just not working for me.
The banking system, the Federal Reserve, the centralized markets are not working. What are we gonna do?
So let's do it. It's time to get some resolution. What do we do? Tell him, Mr. Thomas, you the one spouting all the problems. Go ahead, give me some resolution, brother.
Don't be eyeballing me. Well, first of all, one of the easiest ones is decentralized applications on the blockchain. The blockchain is
what's that?
That is the new disruptor of centralized.
What was this? Guys, look, y'all out there, y'all see what I gotta deal with. So I want to say something. I gotta disrupt a little bit myself. Shout out to brother DL Minor. 200, not just likes, but subscriptions on his YouTube channel. 34K views on his channel. Baby,
yes.
Growing. That's what I'm talking about. That's growing the group. All right.
Congrats, my brother. Congrats.
If you out there, we are connected with the channel that is Join the Four Sides Movement Group. We love it. We love this channel. Got to. We gotta beautifully grow that. That brother is making changes.
He's putting the work in.
P2G is in process with that platform. We're in process with the Pit Farm. We're excited because right now we're doing fundraisers for the Pit Farm through our P2G platform. We have several other platforms that are connected. One that is majorly building with us is and she gets very upset because she's got so many dang names. But JoJo's platform happens to be the what is it? The Forest Restoration. No, it's the Forest Restoration Project, which happens to be out there doing its thing with I guess the Natural News Network. I love it. She's got all kinds of cool things going on in that platform, but she has taken it upon herself to help others get ahead by utilizing the videos that are found on the platform for the 4D minor L, which happens to be part of the Join Forsage, the Forsage team. And it is amazing what has been taking place here on this social media platform. But to tell everybody, you know, we come together as a network. Don't get it twisted, because we have other networks that we connect with. Deep After Dark is one of them. DEEP After Dark platform, awesome. Corey Rashawn doing his thing out there, helping everybody get connected to real world projects. You know, when you're out here using DeFi, like Mr. Thomas said, and blockchain to resolve real world problems like fundraising for a farm so we can all eat. You know what I'm saying? Natural foods, not GMOs, not Monsanto. You know what I'm saying? None of that nonsense. We definitely have a way to do it as the people. We walk in, we march in, we work in, and we're building. We just put in some major accounts today. We're getting ready to, and every day we're bringing on major accounts. We're the only fundraiser running, whereas the person that participates in giving gets back 300%.
Yes.
Come on, where do you get that from? Loving y'all, Miss Chocolate Gold. That's what's up. Join the Four Sides Dream Team. That's what's in the house.
I want to give a shout out to the Bankers Club. They were on yesterday.
Bankers Club, yes. They were on 2 days ago.
And my boy Andrew Brick, phenomenal. Andrew Brick. He put it down. He was trying.
Notaros, that's the name of the company.
Thank you. My tongue was there. Notaros. That's a blockchain application. Let me tell you,
forward to connecting.
That brother got some game going with him. And if y'all guys really want to know about it, definitely check this out. It's Notaros.io.
Yep.
Phenomenal spot to be in. If you have a company that wants to be in the blockchain and start taking some of the stuff that you do that necessarily isn't currency based and just information tracking and moving, get with that brother. He's on point with his ideas. Him and his partners.
Start looking into the creators of processes, projects instead of the end project, because too many times that we end up just getting in on the back end. Y'all want the coin. I want to be with the people creating the process. I want to be on the project. I want to find out, and not just how to get their coin at the end, but hey, if you got stock in your company, be down, because that's growing too. If we have an opportunity to build some products to be able to move, to be able to get involved with, so we can use and show use case. I'm always down with being a test dummy. I don't care. Well, I do care to a certain extent. I will help folks with their products as long as they don't hurt me. Letting you know.
Hurt can be very painful.
Yeah. So we want to keep it safe. But yeah, we're down for teaching. See, we're teaching folks to get out there in life. We're showing folks how to step into the world and be a part of the activity. But most people would rather sit and talk about it. How many people are actually connecting real world processes to cryptocurrency? We're not bringing BTC King, who happens to be bringing cryptocurrency to the general world with Pundi X. Loving that brother doing this thing out here. BTC King is making sure that everybody can get crypto, along with our company, which is now a part of the Pundi X family, helping people get crypto. Loving it, because now in America, and specifically in New York, if you're in our area, let us know. We're making sure crypto is available to you directly.
We need to really look at the idea that cryptocurrency and the blockchain, that's not barbershop conversation. That's actually, you know, hands and feet on the ground.
That's what I'm
And
talking about.
it's actually building traction. It's building traction, Right now, I know we're at a 5% market cap around the world when it comes to cryptocurrency. But do
Wow.
you want to wait past the 5%, or do you want to get in at the bottom so your feet are close to the ground for the traction, so that when it hits exponential growth, you're part of the wave that rides it all the way up? And not only do you take it, you can take care of your family, you can take care of your business, you can take care of your legacy all the way through. But it's based on coming into the market in a position where you're in a position to learn.
Mr. Thomas, you are a trader. I can tell. By the way, Mr. Thomas on Saturday mornings teaches crypto. He teaches trading, trading basics and
Yeah.
positioning, and I love it because he said, "I'm like, why is everything a trading analogy?"
Look, it's one of two things. It's either trading or food. And those are the two things I know well.
Okay, so I am obviously not a trader. I happen to be a person that is an acquisitionist. I teach people how to find out about what crypto is, how to be safe, and move into the space. What we are doing is we do this on a free basis with a group of amazing people who have come up through the platform, learned this process just so they could share it and build the community of cryptocurrency. P2G, if you check it out, p2gnetworks.com will offer you the classes that you're looking for. Every day of the week, you have a new activity, one that you can join for free and in your own schedule. What we've been doing is we've been growing finances together as a large community, which is why that website is growing out of control, because we are not playing with this thing. This amazing smart contract called Tron Case has really blown the doors off of DeFi, has been helping people amazingly create not just personal funds, but sponsorship to building funds by making sure it immediately gives back 300% to each person contributing. So I'm excited. We've learned how to structure that into fundraisers to help accomplish goals. We're looking for nonprofits or people who are looking to structure a nonprofit, because we have many people on our platform with different skill sets, and they're always willing to help. Now, everything isn't free. Don't get it twisted. But most things that you'll get for free will lead you to the value of everything else. So come and get it. Most people tell us we're underpriced. I'm like, it's free. How is it underpriced? They're telling us you're giving away the good stuff. Right. That's the stuff that we do. We can't help it. Our community needs to grow. And crypto needs community to grow. You want to raise a coin? Add some people.
Look, we have no problem with raising the coin, but if we raise the community, we automatically raise the coin by default. So, because cryptocurrency is that space where everyone eats when everyone plays. No one gets left behind, and we just make it accessible. P2G, we're on almost. I can't say almost. We're on every night of the week. We have 9 platforms running on a regular basis. We do 2 shows and 7 workshops that actually are based on enhancing the community's ability to learn and accept, not even accept, but use the platform so that they can benefit their homes directly. And the only thing we have vested in the whole thing is our heart and the people. And we really believe each one teach one. We really do believe each one teach one.
And
I'll admit, sometimes we may miss somebody because guess what? Life gets in the way. Yeah. And it's not that we intentionally walked away from you. It's not even
right.
Sometimes we just miss it because we're trying to make sure that we take care of the masses. And we may lose one. If someone has an issue with us, please don't, we don't need to put it out. We can put it out in the world if we want. But if you don't come address the person that you have the issue with, did you really solve the issue, or did you just create another one? Or did you just had a pity party in public? Yeah. I'm sorry. Everyone on this platform is grown. Everyone is.
Yes, we do. We actually have quite a few adults, and we invite
And
young people to come to
yeah.
the
Oh,
platform so
I
they
love the
can
young
grow.
people part.
So what I'm really loving is the development of our amazing platforms surrounded around children and our boomers.
Yeah. I wanted
Those
before we go,
platforms are growing out of
yeah.
control. I love it.
Ruby,
So
we got
crypto
chocolate
boomers,
gold on
ah,
tonight.
yes, who it
We got
happens to be.
we got the Facades Dream Team in play today. We got Miss Nate, which is the lady with those anointed steps in the building.
Yes.
We got Miss Kai on the team. I want
Hey,
to
Miss
thank
Kai.
everybody for being on with us. And
And
y'all
thank
guys
you.
lend to the
We also
conversation
have
anytime you.
JoJo. We also have Sister JoJo who's letting us know our link is not working on Facebook. So let them know, hop themselves in the room. We'll be right in there
Right.
for you. That's
If
right,
you want
y'all.
to know, you can go right on Ruby's page and actually watch it. You can go
Yeah.
right to Ruby
Ruby
Thomas's
Thomas.
page on Facebook
Just go ahead and join us
and
just
join it and
chill
just
out.
jump in the conversation. We're right there.
We got you,
And
baby.
we're on YouTube. You can actually watch it live on YouTube.
Oh, yes. Come to the YouTube page. We're ready for you.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I've got to
It's
share this
phenomenal.
further so that folks will get it.
And if you got, yeah, that's the other thing. If you guys like the show and you like the conversation, do me a favor, please share it out amongst your friends. Let them know what we talk about. Tell them, come invite them to the show. Invite them to be part of the conversation.
That's right. This is about them. We're
Yeah.
talking about covers everything that you guys need. And when I say everything, that means that you have to bring what you need to the space. So Collective Enlightenment started as a group conversation, and we are seeking our group again. We started out as a very large group of people. I think there were 10 of us. Oh my God.
Yeah, I
And then there
remember.
were 5, and now there are 3 because family grows and people move forward and the conversation spreads. And that's exactly what's
Which shows,
happening.
but I want y'all guys to get this conversation is about roots. It literally it is about roots because guess what? We have people growing up out of this and they're creating branches that come back. They're creating branches that come back, whether they realize it or not, because when they were here, they created a presence and they created a value. And people remember them from the platform. And they say, well, I'm here because I saw such and such and such. And we let them know you're more than welcome to be part of the platform.
Exactly.
Exactly where they are. And they're like, we had one guy reach out today, he's from Africa. He said he saw the P2G network thing on YouTube and he wanted to know how to become part of it.
Awesome.
He wanted to know how to become part of it. He may be on tonight. I don't know. I haven't seen him yet.
He's gonna come and learn how cryptocurrency works. Cryptocurrency is coming to different countries. You know, several different countries are getting coins, but the education system is the one thing that has been lacking. I don't know if everyone realizes that not everything is for everyone, but everyone can learn anything. Keep that clear. If you put your mind to it and you practice, because that's why we teach twice a week, you know, in repetition, the same class over and over, so you get practice. I hate to tell you this, but wealth is a practice over and over of the process of saving and building.
Yes,
Ask Warren Buffett, because he saves in assets.
Oh, I love Warren Buffett.
He builds and saves in assets.
Chocolate Gold said,
ask Robert Kiyosaki. No, go for it. Yes, sister girl.
Chocolate Gold says the blockchain is for everybody. It doesn't discriminate. That is the truest statement of the blockchain.
Thank you, sister, for that. Thank you.
Because it doesn't see.
That's right.
The blockchain doesn't see location, gender, nationality. None of it comes into play. Most of the 9 times out of 10, when it comes to the blockchain, no, 10 out of 10, you're contracts are immutable. You're semi-anonymous across the board. It doesn't know. It's all it is moving math equations from one side to the other. if you want this to go to a store in Istanbul and you have the wallet to the store in Istanbul and you get a rub from Istanbul because you sent the money via the blockchain, he's going to receive it, or he's going to receive the data based in software in Istanbul, and it's going to say, "Hi, this is Alvin in the Americas. I want that rug that you had online. Could you please send it? Here's my
Exactly.
payment." And then
How can
I'm
we
going to
get
get a
that done
receipt
today?
address.
How can we get that done today?
I will get that done today.
Yeah.
Blockchain, real simple. Take the phone call. I send him my address. He sends me his address with his wallet. I copy it. I send it back to him with my address. Guess what? Service is done less than 6 seconds if you really think about it. Less than 6 seconds. And you know what's cool about it? There are no intermediaries. There's no one saying, well, because you want to send money to Istanbul, you don't need you. I don't have to go through a clearinghouse. And if you guys have ever wrote a check, you know what clearinghouse is. That's the person who says, yeah, this is your name, this is your number. Okay, check.
Can
Send
I
it
show
to the
you
next
something?
clearinghouse.
Can I show you something, Mr. Thomas?
By all means, I like sharing.
I love sharing too. So while we're talking about digital markets and pulling together, I want you to think of something. What would happen if you had a completely decentralized version of Amazon built on a cryptocurrency that was readily available worldwide, allowing markets to connect in one
Jeff Bezos
click?
would have a conniption in public.
Well, he might be having a small heart attack right now because the Pi network has already gone into work. Ms. Nate, thank you so much for sharing the information that you have shared. So the Anointed Steps and Sister and Brother Einstein, Papa, we love you guys from our stereo family, coming into the world, learning about the Pi network market, which is allowing people to start to share things, much like we do on Amazon. Finding out where people are doing business and looking to get into finance, into business with you. Take a look at that. Baby toys and supplies, vehicles and industry. Come on up. Now, at some point, we remember that Facebook tried to get a coin and they almost lost their mind. They basically took them to court, didn't they? Because Facebook, we just talking about Facebook was trying to figure out a coin. Mr. Thomas, are you with us? You're muted, sweetheart. Honey, you're muted.
I said Facebook is working on their Libra coin. They haven't gotten it to work yet.
Well, let them keep working. Because this company, I don't know whoever knows what the Pi network is, but a lot of us are mining Pi on our phone. And currently,
Yes.
Pi is beginning, this is a beta version of the platform. So they're in beta, World of Pi-based economy together. So now you can do business, and we're beginning to have processes where we can now do business using cryptocurrency over a worldwide network that is growing very quickly, allowing people to come together and share in a decentralized way their goods, services, and products, and the things that you want to share using a currency built for sustainability. Love it. Was that a vehicle? Ooh,
Yeah.
child, looking at everything.
That was service and repair.
Okay. Oh, who had me
Car
on like, wait.
accessories.
Let's take a look.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
But now think about it. But that's a reality already. The Aston Martin was bought with digital currency.
Say that one more time.
The Aston Martin was bought with digital. A Tesla was bought with digital currency. So was a Golden Wing Bentley.
But do you understand? Not quite in this manner. See, those were businesses and companies that sell specifics. Remember what I said? I want you to think. Amazon is another level. This introduces Amazon to full-on cryptocurrency. That's in Pi.
You know, Rue,
Do you
I
see
think
that?
this is. I'm really
That's
at
a
the point where this is
unified
phenomenal.
world. Alvin, I need you to hear this.
This is fun. I'm
That-
looking.
Guys, catch on. Unified worldwide currency. That does not flip from page to page. When I use, if you go into a browser using a VPN and you go to Amazon in another country, it flips the money.
Yes.
It flips the money. And so the value changes depending on where you're at.
Yes.
Euros cost me more in America.
Ruth,
Let's
can
get
we?
this straight.
I,
That is
want this
45
to charge. I want this
everywhere.
adapter. Oh, sorry.
Stop shopping. You're so bad. Stop shopping. And I got enough pie for that little virtual keyboard. I'm really excited. Stop shopping. Anyway, guys, trust me, they do this all the time. I know.
Merry Christmas,
crazy.
baby.
You Merry Christmas. Oh, you're so sweet. So let me just show you something. A unified currency worldwide. If Amazon had Amazon dollars and everything was the same exact price everywhere, for everybody, what would happen? All right now. So if you would like the link to the Pi network so you can start mining Pi for free before this coin starts flipping up and down, I think you better get in touch with P2G Networks. I'm gonna make sure we leave y'all my link. Let y'all know right now. I got my link up in here.
Right there on the platform in just a few minutes. Don't worry about it. I got y'all covered.
Now I'll be poking. I'll be posting it up shortly.
Don't worry.
Because baby, let me share with you. In reality, this is the new world order, y'all.
Absolutely.
And they're trying to get ahead of it. The conversation we started with the G20. They're trying to get ahead of it, ahead of us.
And they see it coming. They see it.
They fear us doing direct business together.
With no middleman. First of all, and I want y'all guys to get something here. You guys can compare Amazon to the Pi network all you want. But this is more than just one network for another. This is data logistics. Can you get that? This is information moving at super fast speed, and the person who manages the ability to unify the motion will be the victor, and they get to write the story. Amazon don't want that to happen. Pi Network is doing a hell of a job right now.
Oh, yes, they are.
And this is just my theory. I could be wrong. I wonder if Jack Ma has anything to do with this Podcoin. Because he's been trying to kick a hole in Jeff Bezos for quite a while.
Do your homework. You'll be able to see who exactly is in this private dot pair. Oh my Lord! Look at this.
I can imagine, because Alibaba and the Amazon China, for lack of a better term,
come on,
attached to the Pi network, and they're being the logistics platform for this to work.
Yep.
That is an information phenomenon.
So right now I'm trying to let's stop this now before we get people looking for us. So I want to let y'all know that the world is changing, and you want to be ahead of it. You don't want to be behind it. I like being a part of it. So when I have to hit that button right here, or if I put it, I have my computer mining this coin for free, and I've got okay, cool.
They got your kettle, your hot water kettle up, brand new.
Don't start with me, buddy. Don't stop. He's still shopping, y'all. But make sure that you get on these platforms so that you can
get this Pi network on play.
This is all. Ladies and gentlemen, it's on. Kai Sullivan said, peer to peer, baby, peer to peer. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, Miss Kai.
Yes, that was like
preach, lady, preach.
Yes, because what do we do? What are we gonna do, y'all?
Miss Kai is one of our boomers.
That's
She
right.
making moves for real. I want y'all to get it.
Mr.
You know,
Thomas, you
Saturday.
gotta get moving. So for
Yes,
right
real
now,
quick.
we want to share. It's time. It's 8:46. So
What we
let's
gonna
get
do?
it popping. We want to share with you guys a little bit more. So you have to join us on the next platform. P2G has pennies2go.info happening. So you guys go sign up for the class for Friday.
Yes,
Learn
yes.
about the basics and how to manage crypto. So you can manage the new world order. Because the new world order doesn't need to fall on top of you.
No,
It
it
can
doesn't.
be, it can literally be within your power to control.
And you
So
don't
right
want it to
now, we're
fall
going to
on
be
top
coming
of
off
you.
this platform. We thank you so much for sharing with us tonight. The hope that the information that we gave you was giving you some enlightenment, to driving you in a direction that would help you and your family take the next steps. Because right now, out here in these days, there's so much more going on than a pandemic.
There is, yes, there
Don't get
is.
sideswiped by the sensational. Don't get caught up in television. It's time for us to put the pedal to the metal, get the numbers under our belt, and yes, you too can do the numbers, I promise you. And we won't let you fall. So hop on p2gnetworks.com and join us. Check out the video so you can see some of that information, and do check in the boxes on the bottom of this thing so you can find out where to find us. We love you much. Have a